Hi there, this is Justin from Blimp, and today we'll be looking at Process Street and the best way to set up Process Street for small teams and not large teams. So when it comes to this, small teams use Process Street in a way that large enterprises would, and that often causes friction. However, if it is used efficiently, and relevantly in a way that small teams use it according to their capacity, everything would run perfectly and smoothly. So the reason why it fails is because small teams try to use it the way enterprises would by creating too many workflows, by having too many automations and etc. So at some point, team members stop opening it because it's complicated, wastes time, and it doesn't seem as efficient as it would when they just complete the work on their own. So that's one of the reasons why it gets a bit complicated. So today we'll be looking at Process Street and we'll be looking at one workflow. So and with that regards, I'll be showing you how that one workflow can be efficient in all aspects or different aspects when it comes to using Process Sheet. So let's say now we are using Process Sheet, right? I'll quickly go in. There we go. And you'll see how it basically looks like. And to those who haven't really been with us, you can check out the previous video and I'll quickly briefly go through everything, but we've mostly run down through everything and we'll be doing the same here and how to open that workflow efficiently without any other problems. So with regards to that, rule one of this tool or using this tool is building one simple workflow, obviously. And this workflow should already exist in a way that team members should already be using such a workflow. However, on Process Street, it will be systemized and everyone can get to contribute in that specific workflow. So with that regards, there was this e-commerce, but we will delete that and start afresh. So we go to new, obviously, then you see your workflow right here, and then you can choose whether to generate the workflow by AI, import a document that you would have done with your team members, and then use the AI process to generate custom workflows based on that document, or choose an existing template to work with, or you can start a blank, like a completely clean workflow, which is highly recommended because right then you know what to do and everything else. So we'll start with an existing workflow and we will go with let's say operations. Let's see what they have. Okay, client onboarding and management. We will just go with this workflow. And there we go. So with client onboarding and management, it's already created everything that we need from page 1 to 15. And all you need to do is edit the relevant sections. Like you can remove this picture here. You can edit this title, role assignment. Wait, before you can have the opportunity to edit this, you can also assign team members here, add their emails and invite them. You can select the due date, probably let's say by Friday, everything should be done on this workflow, and then you run window. So with everyone contributing to that specific section, it could be even be done before Friday. So on the role assignments, it's running. Okay, let's go back to the library. There we go. Client onboarding. Then we go to edit draft. There we go. So there's an AI function that you can use. So with edit draft, you can edit role assignments, all this means. So you can edit it however you want, write whatever you want, whatever comes first, you can write, replace all this if you need to, add columns, blocks if you need to, remove whatever is not necessary. So that's how you can use this. And on every page, you can do the same thing, and you can assign each page to team members. So with that being the case, you can, let's see, it was operations, right? So let's try and have that. Let's see. Okay, all organizations. So you can have remove the drop downs if you want, etc., all the way up until the end. You can edit. So with that being the case here, you can obviously assign this. Let's go with publish. Let's say we finished everything and then we publish. So with that being the case, you can then run the workflow. You can assign different members here and have a specific due date, run workflow. So when you're running the workflow like this, it means it's very much active, and you can assign team members to each page. Let's say you assign Peter to the first 6 pages, and they should complete every single deliverable in there, like your onboarding, communication with clients, implementations, every single thing, they should complete it in there. So that's how you can basically use the workflow here. So the good thing about this, you can invite team members, and my work here makes it easy to see what you need to do or in terms of what was assigned to you. So that's just basically a simple way of how it works. The way you can also invite team members to it. So in a way, it's not a one-man operations. It's sort of assigning it to a specific person, not a whole team, but one specific person who needs to complete a certain section. Or if they have the capability of completing every single thing within 2 days or a day, that's also an option that you can have there on that workflow. So So with this thing, why simplicity drives adaptation. This one is mainly because small teams don't need a perfect documentation. They just need something that's straightforward. And with simplicity, it lowers resistance, like to the change towards using the tool, compared to overcomplicating it by making it so that it's similar to large enterprises with their complicated workflow. So, with that being the case, there will be a lot of resistance. There will be a lot of people not really using this workflow tool. And if you have client onboarding here, you can rename it to client onboarding. Then you have Coca Cola, the name of the client, or client onboarding. Then you have Smith, locksmith, or you can have Blue Brand Jewelries. So you can have the name of the on the workflow. That way you know which work flow belongs where. And the same process here, as you can see, you can do the same here on templates. So we will quickly have a look at it and my templates. So on board, let's delete this since we already have it. Okay, so here onboarding, you can find it on marketplace and on, let's see if you can just find it by simply searching it. There we go, client onboarding checklist. So you simply click it, you use the template cloned into a library. So with that being the case, you can always go to my templates. There we go. Then edit. So when you can edit, you can remove. There's 12 steps on this thing. So you can remove and add certain steps that you don't need. For example, let's say we don't need let's see, an irrelevant step. Okay, this one is very much relevant. Okay, this one is relevant as well. Okay, let's just create a duplicate and say, okay, this one is not relevant, right? So you delete. So when it's done and deleted, it just disappears, and the number of our action points here remains the same. So it would have been 13, but now it went back to 12. So that's how you can delete and remove what you don't need. And here you can add pictures if you want to, YouTube URLs explaining a specific section. That way it's easier for the client to understand if you're going to share this with the client, or easier for the team members to understand if you're going to share this with the team. So you can share here. Oh, this is an option to make it public. And you can save. Then when you go to Teams, there we go, marketing. So you can invite members here. Then you can share the documentation here. So templates, share template. Let's see if it's possible. Team members, click, templates, template, share. There we go, client onboarding, share one template. So you can share this template with the team members, and whenever they have their own works or their own workspace, they can see the template that you shared with them, and they have the option of editing or adding relevant sections that they need to add on a specific template. So you can just state, okay, Jerry, complete maybe the first five steps, talk to the client, do the onboarding, send a welcome email, schedule a kickoff call to get started, create a client folder with all the action points and the things that we have to do, collect the brand assets from the client, set up communication channel. You can use Slack, Notion, and so on, or stick to email. Send out contract for signatures. You can send out the contract, collect payment details. And so here you can just say collect payment. That way it's easier to just send you. And here you can add an extra steps in between if you need to, but you don't need that, and so on. So that's how you basically use it. And depending on which kind of tool feels easier for you to use, then you can go ahead and hop into it. So if you need any more details regarding the workflows, regarding how to use it, you can always check it out at your own leisure. And with that being said, you can catch the links in the description below to check out these tools. And I will catch you on the next video. Thank you.